Welcome to 2622 Miami Avenue. I'm going to shoot video segments throughout this so that you can see your home under construction and you can feel rested and assured once you get your home of the quality it's going to be. A little history about myself. My building partner Russell and myself has started a new company. We've been in the construction business for years and we became stagnated because we kept fixing shoddy builders' mistakes. So we decided to launch our own because we both believe in you don't take shortcuts. You do it right, you do it right the first time, because it is our want for this house to one day be on the Historical Society. So follow me, I want to show you a few things. The first thing is, if you look around towards the front, we went with a 10-foot high garage with 8-foot tall garage doors. And the reason for that is there's a boat ramp right down the road. And if you get a boat with a wake tower, we want to be sure you'll be able to back your boat in. You don't have to disassemble your boat to get in. Also, extra long garage. This is so long you can actually back your car or your truck in with the boat attached and you can leave it here. We have pedestrian door here going to the outside, and by codes, we were required to leave 2 trees, so we left a tree in the front and a tree in the back. Also, if you look here, we put in more. These holes that you see across here. This is where your slab will be, and these are for flood vents. And we're putting in thermally protected, heavy insulated flood vents. In the case the river ever does flood, as it comes up, it will trigger a switch and release all of the flood vents. Once the flood is over, you pressure wash out your garage and you're good to go. Everything else is going to be 1 foot or more above flood stage, so you don't even have to worry about it. And this really cuts down your flood insurance to around $600 or $800. Another thing is, these are your footers. Their footers are what the weight of the house sits on. We went 30% more than what codes require, because the base to the start of every home is a good foundation. So we really took emphasis from the ground up to make sure this is correct. So stay tuned. We will edit this as it goes through, so it'll be one movie, and you'll be able to see through the process as we go up. So over the next 12 weeks, stay tuned, because it's going to be fun. Hi, homeowner. This is Frank. I want to update you on the house. Today is March the 18th. We tried to do an earlier video, but there was just so much noise we just couldn't get it done. So I want to walk through the house. As you can see, framing's almost done. We have to put on the upper deck, and then we're ready for siding. We're actually going to start putting siding on Monday. And I want to walk through the house. There may be some stutters from me, I apologize, but it's a lot to talk about. I want to show you some of the things that you may, as a buyer, may wonder, I wonder if the builder did this or that. You know, rumored things that sometimes don't happen. So I want to walk through these now and show you some of the things that you can expect with your new home, okay? First thing I want to start with is this is, I hear this complaint a lot. People worried that they don't have the correct footers under where their decks are. And I want to show you that here's your footer. The poles are perfectly centered, and the bracket that goes underneath has actually got a space under that bracket so that water won't stay in constant contact with the concrete. You'll find that the pole lasts longer. Of course, we're going to pour concrete around these anyway, but it keeps the water from wicking up through the bottom of the post. Now we're inside your garage, and I want to talk about your window systems. These come from Central Woodworks. That's that symbol right there. Low E. This is a colonial style window. And the key point I want to point out here is your trim. This trim is what's called a PVC composite, along with this section and this part of the window. And these sashes are the most common thing to rot, along with this. It's called a sill nose plate right here. Those are the most common things to rot. This is the good thing about the window. And the doors are the same way. They come with a 50-year guarantee. Wood windows, when it rains, they swell, and it's a little hard to open and close them, and then you'll notice, you know, a couple of days later, they free up again. These will do the same thing, but instead of working with the weather, they work with the heat. So thermal expansion will happen. They'll pinch the windows a little bit, and then when it cools down, they open freely again. And you have to find that balance between too tight and air leakage. You know, we could make them as so loose they would always work great, but then you might get a little bit of air coming through in the wintertime, more than you expect from these, and you'd find that troublesome. So we try to find that happy medium. We think it's a really good trade-off because of the longevity of the windows. You just don't have to worry about the wood on them, you know? All right, so here's the rest of your garage. Some things to point out is these are called joist hangers. These is another thing home inspectors pick up all the time because people didn't put in the proper joist hangers. You'll find all joist hangers installed properly. Also, anchor bolts. It escapes me at the moment, but every certain number of feet, we have an anchor bolt, and these blocks are core filled all the way down. So from here up to here, your structure is attached with bolt, nut, and washer. All around to give it that strength. Here, as we spoke in the first video, these are your flood vents. And what we did to add a little extra, up to right about here, 4 feet, 5 feet, we core filled them with concrete. Because we start thinking if there ever was a flood, we want to really make this strong so water won't push on the concrete walls and possibly cause a structural problem. So these are really strong now. You're going to have a couple poles here and here, you know, to help carry this weight. And this is actually over framed from Husky Lumber. It's actually stronger than it needs to be. We'll put the poles in to keep bounce out of the floor upstairs. Here will be the air handler for upstairs. We'll hang it from the joist, should be fine. I'll have to talk with codes as far as insulating and drywall. I didn't want to do either one under here because if there was ever a flood, I didn't want the moisture getting to the drywall. So I just want you to know that if you see drywall here, it's a code requirement. I wanted to keep it open and airy so that way if there ever was water, you didn't have to worry about replacing any drywall. We'll probably have to drywall it. Okay, up we go. Now, this is where it gets exciting. We're going into the main house. And I won't go over the complete layout. I'm just going to point some things out of things we have planned to do. This is your kitchen. The kitchen will come across here. Peninsula here. Your refrigerator is right there. And here you're going to have a built-in microwave down low. And then we're taking shaker cabinets all the way to the ceiling. Give you that extra bit of storage space, plus it looks awesome. White shaker cabinets, island will be black. And this is your fireplace. And well, I want to talk about this for a moment because in the drawing section, the design section, I didn't want to put the TV here because we have the stairwell hill. Plus you have light shadows. You know, new LCD screens, they reflect light. And as you can see how much light comes in, you get nothing but reflections. Plus, if you're in the kitchen, you can't see the TV. So what I decided to do was to forego the view in the center, give you a fireplace. We're going to put a mantle, and then right here, we're going to put a slit for the equipment to go. That's where your TV is going to go. So while you're sitting in the living room, you can see a view this way, you can see a view this way, and if you're in the kitchen, washing dishes, whatever, you look over, there you go. You can see the TV. And I'm going to show you one other thing. So this is a gas log vent-free fireplace. I put it in specifically so that right here, I'm going to put a piece of granite so you have a place to put your drinks and stuff while you're entertaining your guests outside. And let's walk over here. This will be your washer and dryer, water heater, and right here I'm going to put a smart system. I'm not going to run every single room with Cat 5 just because everything's going wireless. So we're going to run our cable systems in here, cable and Cat 5 over to here, cable and Cat 5 upstairs, and that's pretty much it, because everything else, you buy new TVs, they all connect wirelessly. So that should be plenty for you to get going, and you put your wireless router here, which is dead center of the house. Here's the PVC door I was speaking of. This door will go right here. This is your porch coming off of your master bedroom. So when you wake up in the morning, there's your view. I'll also put mini blinds inside the glass so you can keep it closed for your privacy. This is a tray ceiling with a ceiling fan and can lights in here. This is a pocket door. This is going to be your vanity, custom shower, toilet, and there is your closet, your master closet, and we'll have an air return in this area somewhere. So you lose a little space here, but it's a good spot for an air return. Upstairs we go. Actually, we'll pause this for 1 second. Okay, we're upstairs, 3rd floor, and these are some things you may find interesting, you may not. What we use here is we use a truss system on the roofs. These are 2x4 joists, but they're engineered so strong that technically we don't have to have any walls in here. These will support, these carry up to a 40-foot span. And the noise you hear is we have a storm's coming in, so you're hearing the vapor barrier on the side of the house rattling. Here, this is where your upstairs air handler goes. And you'll see that it comes up from here. This is 11 inches from the ceiling up to here is 11 inches, and it gives you a cushion so you don't hear the air handler rattling inside the attic. We have 8-foot ceilings up here. The architect was very insistent on doing this. He's done a lot of studies, and he says this will save a lot of fuel costs by having 8-foot ceilings here. So here, in this case, because of the layout, I didn't want to put the TV here because you could only have a 32-inch screen. So we're going to put the Cat 5 and the cable on this wall. And you could probably set up an L-type system here so you can see out. Here, you'll be able to put seating area. We'll have a couple cans up here. Seating area, or you can build a bookshelf, wherever you want there. This is the upstairs bedroom number 1. The bed will be here, so when you wake in the morning and you look right, there's the view of the river. Love it. And one other thing to point out, you'll notice that we're a little absent on windows on the side of the house. We probably put them in the front, on the side, or we've put them in specific locations to bring in some natural light. The reason for that is typical neighborhood. You're close to your next door neighbor, so we just put them here so you can still have your view, but you're not looking you're not watching your neighbor brush his teeth or make their breakfast. Bedroom number 2. This is actually right here, Jack and Jill, and this is what I call the second master. It's the upstairs. Again, corner window just to let the light in because there's going to be another house here. Vanity, standard shower, standard commode, and that's that on this one. One other point I want to make out is I'm a recessed can light fan. So we are going to put the main lighting in this entire house is going to be LED can lights. They last up to 22 years. You don't have to change bulbs in them all the time. They put out fantastic light. If you look on my house site on frankshouse.com, all the projects you see on there are LED lighting. Even with customers that have said, well, we like incandescent lighting, and we put in the LED and tell them, what do you think? And they actually like it better than incandescent. So you're going to love that. We're going to put ceiling fans here or there. Ceiling fan here, 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 one in the master bedroom. We're going to put 2 ceiling fans on each deck, and we're going to put 2 ceiling fans in your living room or grand room downstairs, whichever you want to choose. So that's it for the update right now. and we'll see you on the next video. Today is April the 15th, and we're getting ready for drywall, so I kind of want to walk you through the house before we close it up and show you everything. So let's go for a walk. These, of course, these aren't your permanent poles. We're going to put the poles over here. If you look up, we are insulating the garage area, since we have a cold zone up to the warm zone. This will save you tons of energy. This, if you look over here, this is your electrical system ready to go. Your HVAC system is here, and this is where you want to get a look. And Josh, come on in so you can film this and just kind of pan around. We're going to fill in all these pockets in here with insulation before we drywall, but you won't ever see this because we're going to close this off completely. And things to note are joist hangers are in place, electrical lines nice and neat. This silver pipe that you see, this is the exhaust for your down drive kitchen. This is this white pipe. These are exhaust for your bathrooms and things of that nature to exhaust gases out. So come on back here. This will also be closed in. These of course are your plumbing pipes coming through and going down. Your air conditioning system will be hanging here, and this will all be framed in and doored off. And here's your exits to the rear. This is a temporary support system we put in. Just while we were finishing out this area, this will come down. Josh, pause this and. Okay, now we're up on the main level, and I'm talking very quickly because drywall's coming in at this point, so I have just a few moments to make this video, and then I have to get out here and get out of everybody's way. All right, follow me. This will be your air return. If you notice, all exterior walls are insulated, ready to go. This is James. He's put in a few final pieces of insulation. Some key things to point out. If you look, come on in, Josh. If you look right here, we fill all the little slots, and any place that we have 2x4s that's joined together where air could possibly or insects come through, we actually caulk it or foam fill it and get it secure. Same thing here. You see all the foam sticking out. This is to secure the windows, make sure they don't leak, make sure everything's correct. And if you look up, there's no insulation in here now. Once the drywall goes up, we will spray, and we'll put it really thick to get all the protection we can. Here's actually, in the last video I spoke about this. This is your rear door I spoke about. These are your inside blinds. So you can see, you can pan over here, Josh. This is going to be a concrete pad porch, and here's nice light coming in. And if you want your morning privacy, that's all you have to do. And of course, you can tilt it any way you want from there. Here's your restroom. Everything's insulated, ready to go. This you'll never see, but I want you to know this. This is where your shower valve is, and this is the main line. Since this is an exterior wall, as it comes up, we foam fill this. This will prevent it from ever freezing or causing you any issues. And we also put the shower valve here. So when you use the shower, you'll open up the door and actually turn on the shower this way, because we can't put it on exterior walls. I want to give you the most amount of bathroom that I can. And we'll probably go with the offset. You're going to have wood floors here, light tile floor here, and then some type of dark tile up here. I'm still trying to work out what I want to put in here. That's all to show here. Let's go this way. This is your laundry room, ready to go. Here's your smart systems. This is your cable and your Cat 5 and your telephone lines all set up right here, ready to go. The way I got this set up is we're going to put a box here. This is primarily the center of the house. All your Wi-Fi will go through here. I left an empty place for here so you can put a table, ironing board, anything you want to put here will be vacant. I left that open for that reason. Nothing here has really changed except for insulation's gone in. We still have to fill these cracks right here to get this secured up. Again, James is taking care of that right now. All right. Grand room ready to go. This is the siding guys are still putting on the siding, which by the way is smart siding. This is an advance on hardy. This is supposed to be actually better than hardy board as far as delaminating in the future or ever causing a problem. So you'll really enjoy this. And it doesn't make noise. This is everything set ready to go. This is about the height of your mantel. This board here is the slot where you put your equipment, and here's where your TV will go. And then Josh, follow me out here. Hi, Rocky. Here is the million paint samples I went through to find the color for the house. But this is what it looks like with the, I put a piece of granite on here, and this is turned out, this is going to be painted and done. Electrical on each side. A nice place to put your drinks where you're checking out your view and everything. So that's pretty much everything that's got out here. There's the drywall guy waiting on me to get out of here. Pause it and let's run upstairs. Okay, finally upstairs. Nothing really extra to show here. If you pan around, look at the garage. I mean, not the garage. Look at the bathroom. The corners are filled nice and tight. No air leaks. Everything's ready to roll. Electrical setup. I did add from the last video. I brought in 22 people to look at the property, and this was the only thing that everybody said to change was put in the linen closet upstairs. So here you go. Here's your linen closet, and then here's the final space that's open with the lights ready to go. Then come on out here. Everything else is pretty much as we said downstairs. Come on in here. And this will give you an idea. Step on out, Josh. This will give you an idea of what it will look like once complete. We'll pan up. We're actually putting, and this is something you won't see, but this is actually tongue and groove. This isn't big sheets of beadboard. This is actually tongue and groove siding that it just looks better. It's got more detail. I'm going to paint it an offset color. You'll really like it. With that, there's your view one more time, and here's these guys waiting for me to get out of the way, so I'm going to stop the video here, and then next time you'll see me, the drywall will be up, and we'll be putting in floors. We'll see you on next. Hi, future homeowner. This is Frank. I want to bring you up to date. We are just finished with the sanding of the drywall, so I'm just going to take you through the inside real quick and show you a couple things. This is, of course, the outside. We're almost through a couple trim boards, and this is ready for paint. And this is what it looks like right after they get done sanding. You see it's very dusty on the floors. We're actually put lots of water on the floor, and we suck all that up with shop vac, so there's no residue left. So this is a brief video. Here is the top bedroom, office, whichever you choose to be. Again, there's your view. It all should look very familiar to you. Coming back into the bonus room, this is upstairs. There's the linen closet. There's your bathroom. There's the other master bath for upstairs. And there, again, is your bathroom going into there. Of course, there's no drywall because we put hardy backer up, not drywall. Here's your stairwell going down. This is a key thing here. 42-inch wide here. And as you come down to the platform, we have almost 50 inches here. Why? Because as you bring your furniture up, you can get it up without a narrow stairwell. So you'll find the same thing downstairs in the garage. Because when you come up and you make this swing with your mattresses, you have so much more room. And I promise you, when you move, you or your movers will notice this. Back downstairs. Again, pardon my voice, allergies. This is the main living room, what it looks like. Ready to paint. Again, dust. Here's your fireplace. That's where your TV and mantle is going to go. This is the painters hard at work. Now here's your house color. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is granite, so you got a place to sit your stuff. With the painter there, you get a good idea of the scale of what's going on. I don't know how these guys, I'm a wood maker. These guys are artists with brushes. I don't understand it. I get too bored. Okay, now let's walk back here to the master. There's your tray ceiling, sanded, ready for paint. There's this. There's your bathroom. Again, shower area is blank because we put HardieBacker in there. Insulation's up. Everything's sealed, ready to go. And then we turn. This will be your air return. Be sure to change your filters once a month. This is your wash and dry room. These are hammer arresters. These are codes that get required to go on in buildings now. That's when you turn water off. Sometimes you hear that knock in the wall. That prevents that. Water heater goes here. This is the open area I told you about. And this is where I'm going to put the smart station. Again, going back downstairs, 42 inches wide stairs. Normal's 36. Step down onto the landing, 50 inches wide. Same thing, you get that good sweep. I'll show you, you get that good sweep. So as you come up, furniture goes right in. Of course, you'll have a front entrance here as well, but you do the same things top and bottom. And let's take a quick look outside. Well, let's look out here. The water line is right here. That's it going into the house right there. You have a spigot here. This is your main sewer line. This is an 1.5 inch line that comes through to right here to what's called an E1 grinder pump. Specifics here for this. It sits on a bed of gravel, and since we're in a floodplain, we pour concrete around it to anchor it. So if it ever does flood, it won't float up out of the ground, and you have to work on it this way. It stays on the ground where it's supposed to. It doesn't ever move. Done. You just fire it back up. These are your air conditioning systems. Both of those are set up out of the floodplain, or 1 foot above where the big flood happened in 2005. I think it's 2005. Right here is your air conditioner units. They're 1 foot above the 100-year flood stage. Your flood vents. We're almost to grade here. We got to put a little more topsoil in. We got some great topsoil off of this site that we have saved. If I don't fall. Right here. So this actually came, this is from 4 feet down. We found incredible it's what we call farmland soil. Great stuff. You're gonna have beautiful grass. Okay, here's your color. There's another painter up there hard at it. This is your side profile of what everything looks like. All right, we'll see you next time. Stay tuned.